one of my least favorite jobs.
Mother trucker.
Crop update. I'm here in, Florida, or Lake Michigan. Just kidding. I'm in our bean field. Oh no. Okay, I'm going to show you something super severe that I just noticed. But first, all these beans were completely 100% underwater just not very long ago, not even a month ago. They came out of it good. I'm genuinely surprised. God had our back. He blessed these beans. The only dead spot where they did not make it, there's a low waterway over there, and that it did finally kill them. The water just was there for too long, and anyway, these beans look exceptional for what they've been through. However, this sand was not here earlier this spring. This was a little sand pocket. However, after being flooded, it washed some sand up or washed some soil away and left sand. I'm not really sure. But this is way more sand than we used to have. Now, here's the part where I said, uh-oh, that's not good. This is not good. Let me explain why. That is a tile line. The tile is supposed to be significantly below the surface of the soil, like 3 feet, 4 feet, sometimes deeper. This, as you can see, is only like 2.5 feet because we're in a low area. And when it flooded, it washed away all the soil, and a washout exposed the tile and fractured it. So this is a really bad deal. See the orange right there, all that, and over there, and some back there, and over there. All of that is pieces of the original tile that used to run clear out to there, and I'm assuming it went on out to the creek, but I don't see the rest of it. So if we just leave this hole is going to continue to get deeper and worse and deeper and worse because there's water going to be flowing through here with nowhere to go. So what we're going to have to do is trench probably from the creek to here, repair the tile, haul out some sand, haul in some soil, and basically redo all of this. It's going to be a lot of work. Yeah, I didn't know it was this bad. From the house, which is back there, from the house I could see there was still water back here, and I could see the hole was bigger, but I thought it was just a washout. I didn't realize it had broke the tile. Yeah, we're going to be busy with this at some point. But I got to stay positive, stay on the bright side. The beans look great. Not great, okay? These are thin beans right here. But given the amount of water that they were submerged by and the amount of rocks, sand, boards, wood, tires that have been just abandoned out here, I'm pretty happy with it. We are already, we've still got some flowers. You see the little purple flowers. They are flowering, and the flowers get pollinated and create the pods, which fill with beans, which is what we harvest. The little spots on the leaves here, that's actually a burn. We recently had these sprayed because of the volunteer corn and other weeds. They went a little aggressive on the spray because I did not want any volunteer corn or anything like that out here. So that's only been a week or so ago, maybe not even a week ago. And as you can see, the corn's still standing, but it is turning yellow. So hopefully the chemicals, the herbicides are making their way through the corn and will finish killing them. This should be all that happens to the beans. The beans are Escalate E3 beans, which means that they are resistant to Roundup, Liberty, and I think dicamba, which are all types of herbicide. This path right through here is where the sprayer drove. There's another one parallel to it right here. Sprayer's a big heavy machine. It kills the beans that it runs over, which is not something we like. So obviously we do not like to spray. When we spray, it's extremely expensive, as well as it can hurt the beans like that, or even the corn. But at some point, it would be called the economic threshold. At some point, it will pay more. It will be more profitable to spray rather than to not spray. So like for instance, that's a dead weed. If I come out here and there's more weeds than there's beans, we're not gonna make a crop. Just plain and simple. The beans will not be able to compete. They're not weak, but they won't perform as good when they are so weedy. Here's more sand. I'm telling you, this field is not as sandy as it's looking. But there's some driftwood, more driftwood. I'm sure there's tons of it out here. This is the volunteer corn. You can see it's in bad shape, which is good. We want it to die. Corn uses so much potassium, phosphorus, nitrogen, and other nutrients that it is actually probably the worst weed to have in a soybean field, which is another reason why we chose to spray. We believed that we had reached our economic threshold. We wanted our beans to have a better chance, especially as they get into the reproductive stages. So we ordered them to be sprayed. Anyway, that's my update. Hope you all are having a good day. So I'm in the cornfields. This is a super quick recap of a corn reproduction video I did. The tassels are up there. This is field corn, not Indian corn. You can see little grains of pollen on the leaves, and they're funneling down. See, oh, here's a good one. See, they funnel down, they get to the bottom, and they fall out right on top of the silk, or at least that's the idea. And you can see these are the silks, and there's some pollen grains in there. Whatever silks were touched by that grain are now pollinated. We want as many as we can to be pollinated, because that's where our yield is going to come from. I'm just doing a little scouting, looking for signs of tar spot or other diseases. If I see tar spot or other diseases, I will order some fungicide spray. Just a little update. The work never stops. This tree used to run up over the creek bank, over the creek actually. Sometime in the last storm it has come down, and now if I leave it, it's going to create more problems. So I'm going to have to cut it down the rest of the way and try to drag it out with a tractor before it becomes more of a headache. But yep, work never stops. Oh boy, easy, oh boy. I'm suddenly on the beaches. Beaches. These are all fishy. Turns out it was the bulb.